Hello all. Oh god. What have I gotten myself into? Well, if I'm looking at this objectively, right? I don't know if what I have before me today, this noodle bowl, is the spiciest thing in the world, right? I'm looking at the Scoville scale and I'm trying to compare, like, what I've got with me. I got like a regular pack of Shin noodles, not the Shin Ramyun. I know that's like one of the popular, like, spicy brands of noodles, right? But what was it? I got the Shin noodles, and I got like a bunch of Louisiana hot sauce. So I like squirted like 10 squirts of that into the bowl, and I mixed that together. Put a little egg in there because I like me some protein with my noodles. But if we're looking at the Scoville scale, and I've got this here, I don't know if you can see it that well. The text is kind of tiny, but we're kind of down towards the bottom, like towards like the yellow area, like the Hungarian wax abouts. Like, if this were DBZ, right? I think this would be closer to like maybe a Vegeta in the Saiyan arc sort of level, as opposed to like maybe the like final form Frieza of like the Carolina Reaper or something like that. But I am sure this will be quite a traumatizing stream for my taste buds, nevertheless. Oh god. So that said, I guess we can try and get into it then. I don't know. How are you guys doing? I know I kind of trauma dumped on you just there, but this is ostensibly for the charities that you guys the charity money that you guys gave to me a few weeks back for that donathon, which thank you guys so much, by the way. I'm still flabbergasted that I raised over $400 as my indie self, but nevertheless, here we are. We've got a big old bowl of noodles right in front of me, ready to devour. And I've got this glass of milk here to the side. Actually, I mean, if I'd thought to prepare this, I could have had like a table and a noodle asset. Let me see if I can get like a noodle PNG at the very least. Have something like that. Noodle PNG. You know what? Let's do this. Yep. Oh, no. I swear, the PNGs are on like a million different sites today, all trying to seek your, like, credit card information, or whatever. God damn it, come on. Try and save this noodle here. Okay, and now we got, oh, I know what we do. Go into... Hang on a second. You guys are going to see me disappear real quick, because I'm fiddling with VC Face. And add props. Add. Hang on, where did I save that bowl of noodles? Diving through my file directory here. Excuse me real quick. And... how do I... Oh, here we are. Okay. Oh, this is gonna be fun. Okay. And... alrighty. There we go. Oh, yeah. It's been a while since I've used VC face props like this. This is gonna be really fun. And boom, I got a bowl of ramen. Here we go. Okay. God help me though. So let's see. I have got a playlist of tunes to guide me through this journey, to lead me down through hell, as it were, right? I mean, we got this chill set of tunes already going in the background, but I don't quite think that it captures the je ne sais quoi of the situation, as it were. So, shout out to Anna Alouette. Of course, she was the OG one who did this, but got a bunch of intense classical music for you today. And please tell me if the volume for it is wonky at all, right? This is literally mapping this onto my standard chatting music scene in OBS. So, anyways, without further ado, let's get into it. The first bite. Not bad. Ooh, yeah. You know, I like me a good ramen. I'm one of those New York City cats who lives off of ramen some days for breakfast, right? So I have quite the taste for ramen. I love adding like spices and shit to it. So this is right off my alley. Whew, it's got a bit of an aftertaste. You know, I'm not quite feeling it, but it's definitely, whew, there's a bit of a lingering spot in your mouth. Oh boy. Oh. Whew. Yeah, see, the effect of the spice is interesting, right? It's like, it doesn't hit you at once, but it lingers and it gets into your pores. Oh. You know, the good thing about this is that I'm eating it kind of cold. It's more like room temperature. Good. I apologize for the ASMR. That's if you don't like hearing that, please let me know. Wow. You know, honestly, more tastes good if anything. Ooh. Okay. Gonna take a little sip of milk here. I mean, I got a glass of milk to my side. One as well drink from it. I'm a cat. I'm all about that life, of course. Ugh. So, y'all see the new Godzilla vs. Kong? I bought tickets for that on an impulse recently and saw it in IMAX, and holy shit, y'all, it slaps. Like, if you are at all into that sort of kaiju action, I highly recommend. I highly recommend it. Like, there's a scene where King Kong literally uses like a mini Kong as a nunchuck to fight a bunch of other apes, and it's just lit. Oh god. Whew. I do understand, right? I understand that there are people out there in the Godzilla fan base who are still not satisfied with, how the MonsterVerse is portraying the monsters. But I say nuts to that, right? I think... I don't know how to say. I think Adam Wingard has taken his MonsterVerse interpretations to a pretty good direction, such that we're at a point now where you can feasibly tell so many different, like, not just like Toho original, like not just Toho like inspired stories, but also originals like fucking the new kaiju Shimo and Scar. I think they were pretty good fucking additions. I mean, I've seen a lot of people say that they don't quite jive with the whole motivation of Scar as a bully and like making Shimo subservient to him, right? But I don't know. I quite liked the I quite liked that dynamic and the whole giant fucking fight at the end. That was spectacular. Shout out to Brazil. Rio de Janeiro just got completely decimated. Oh god. Okay. I'm gonna admit, I think that this was a lot more intimidating when I was trying out the hot sauce before the stream, right? Because I was having it steaming hot, and what was it? Yeah, I was having it steaming hot, and it was having more of an impact on my taste buds, And I think, looking back on that now, it's probably more the it's probably more so the the hot water that was doing that more than the spice. I'm so sorry to disappoint y'all this stream, but it turns out my spice tolerance is too great for this relatively basic combination of noodle and hot sauce. You know what? I will say this. Living in New York City, I'm definitely of no shortage of like secondary Asian marketplaces, or even like in Targets and stuff. They got like all these foreign imports. Hell, that's how I got this shin noodle in the first place, I think. I literally bought this from my local Target. Now, shout out to Target, right? I don't think a lot gets said good about them, but I think they're still quite a reliable supermarket. I mean, I do all my fresh good shopping there, if I'm being honest. Struggling New York City apartment life and what have you. I will say this. There's something to be said for a nice tall glass of milk, and I don't think it gets talked up enough. Like, obviously, there was a huge campaign. What was it? The Got Milk thing back in the 90s. You know what? This, hold on, let me see. This noodle thing. Oh, hang on a second. Oh. Let me try and, there we go. Oh my god, no. How about... Yeah, I think that's a bit better. Okay. Let's try and do that now. I mean, my drawstrings are kind of in my bowl. Oh shit. You can see the guts of VC face. No! No, the illusion is broken! No! Hold on a second. What the fuck? Where'd the scene go? Sorry, give me 1 second. I guess I gotta reset VC face. Ooh, excuse me. First burp of the stream. Yeah, see, this was what I was more afraid of, was the belching on stream than, if anything. Oh, can you see me? Where the fuck? Oh, hey, there I am. Hello. Hello all, and all that stuff. Whew. Something I will say about this brand of ramen, I really do like the addition of, like, the spice packets and, whatchamacallit, all the additional little bits and chunks that are floating around in there. Like, I think there's, like, some spinach bits, mushroom bits. It's not quite the standard maruchan that I usually get. See, I wish this was, like, the more affordable, like, budget option, right? But then I guess, you know, wouldn't be the top-of-the-line gourmet spicy ramen that it claims to be if not for that, right? Ooh. Okay. Whew. I swear, I didn't mean to disappoint y'all this stream in terms of not really reacting to the spice. It's just... I don't know if I really... I don't know if they had, like, all the really spicy options at my local Target. I do definitely need to look into that more. Maybe if I need to, order off of Amazon, because this isn't really not hitting me that hard. Ooh. All this classical music is lit, though. I don't know, I used to be a lot more into classical music back in the day. Back when I was in college, I listened to a lot of it. I was on a huge, like, Gustav Mahler kick. Gustav Mahler is, like, probably the coolest fucking classical era composer of all time, if I had to say. Like, he only really had, like, a few symphonies and a few other, like, major orchestrations in his life, but the few works of his that he did compose throughout his lifetime, holy cow. It's brilliant stuff. Leonard, I was about to say Leonid Brezhnev, Leonard Bernstein, like, his renditions of Mahler are just sublime. God. Speaking of the sublime, y'all. Ooh, there's some spice going down my throat now. Woo. Woo. Yeah, there's the little bits. Ooh, the little bits. They're getting to me. Woo. Yeah, okay. Woo. I think there's the spice. It gets lodged in your throat, and all the flavorful spice gets. My God. Whew. I should drink more milk. Get that good bone health. Not that I'm necessarily in danger of breaking bones or anything. Like, I've been relatively lucky in that I've never really seriously broke. Well, I don't know. That's hard to quantify, right? Because I feel like there was a time where I kind of just, like, slammed my toe against something, and then for, like, the next few months I couldn't really use it right. So I definitely feel like something was up there, but I had that heel on its own. I wasn't about to get that professionally fixed up. Oh my gosh. That's quite the indictment of the geez, what did I call it? The United States of the America or whatever. What's the in-lore cat America? It's quite the indictment on our healthcare system, is what I'm trying to say. Oh my god. Whew. Mm. My god, I love a good spicy thing. I wish that I were of the stature to be invited onto one of those like VTuber hot ones things, you know? Like I see a few of those going around. Like I think recently what was it? Doki Bird was invited onto one of those. I'd love to if there's any like lesser VTubers out there who are trying to start their lesser is a bad way to put it. Oh my god. If there are any like small indie VTubers out there who are trying to do like a hot ones sort of challenge thing, definitely hit me up to do that. I'd love to. Well, I don't know how I don't know how budget friendly that. Like how many hot sauces are in the hot ones challenge, and how affordable are they? Let me see. Hot ones challenge. Hot ones hot sauce party pack. Looks like they sell them in packs of, oh my god, $60, $130 for, oh my god, that is a lot for hot sauce. I mean, I guess, you know, the process of refining these peppers and chemicals and whatever to such an absurd degree that they sear any human's fucking taste buds and send them to the moon. I guess that's gonna cost an arm and a leg, right? But like, jeez. It would be fun to do someday, though. Like, get one other VTuber together with me and like try out like a bunch of hot sauces. I wish I knew more VTubers in like the New York City area. I feel like kind of alone, even though like there's a bunch of other VTubers on the East Coast. I know there's like far more out on the West. God's sakes, they have fucking Offkai. What do we get? We don't got jack shit in terms of VTuber conventions over here on the East Coast. Mm. Oh my god. So how's y'all's Easter going? You know, I don't really celebrate so much myself, right? I mean, I'm not that practicing I'm not a practicing religious guy by any means, but you know, at the very least I know that, you know, when Target opens tomorrow, they're going to have those fucking Cadbury eggs at like 50% off, and I can get like two of them and four of them if I want, and like and just freeze them up in my freezer for the next like week or 2 weeks or however many weeks, and just gorge on candy eggs. Oh my god, I love Cadbury eggs. Like, I don't know, like, I don't know what they put in those eggs, like, other than, like, sugar and, like, milk chocolate or what have you, but it feels like goddamn crack, almost. You know, they're even better in cookies. I remember when I was living with my old roommate, like my most recent ex-roommate. He was a great like baker, great cook, and he made some amazing cookies with Cadbury eggs once. Oh my god. It is It is nice though to know that we're getting into I guess more the springtime months. Like earlier today, I was going outside and I was wearing my hoodie, and it was pretty chill. You know, recently the weather hasn't been making up its mind in New York whether it wants to be absurdly absurdly cold still or somewhat moderate, and I feel like the bounce is finally starting to shift into the moderate direction, which you know, if that's as good as we're gonna get this spring, I'm fine with it. But you know, I wish that climate change wasn't the way that it was, and we would have our mid seasons as they were, right? Well. Why is this the music is very soft, you know, I specifically wanted like an aggressive playlist, but I guess, you know, oh, never mind. I guess this sort of music, you know, it has multitudes. Ugh. Gotta do something real quick. Give me 1 second. Uh. Date. Yeah, you know, unfortunately, this stream is probably not as long to last as I thought it was going to, just because my spice tolerance is a lot higher than I was expecting. Oh my gosh. Jesus rises and sees his shadow. 6 more weeks of cold weather. Oh, God. Pun not intended there. Let me see. Where the hell? There we go. Oh, this is the what was it? The Barber of Seville, or the Rabbit of Seville. One of those reminds me of that old fucking Looney Tunes short. Oh, come on. Okay. All right. So, I will have to say now the real reason that I put the stream on this day, and you know, I'm drawing attention to it, I guess, is that I have more news actually regarding my Boston video. Progress is coming along swimmingly on it, right? I'm editing into whatchamacallit. Oh, shit. Completely forgot there's one more scheduled post I forgot to edit the time of. Oh my gosh. Da, 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 da. How unprofessional, jeez. Whew. Sorry if you heard that. Let me see. Is it? Ah, here. My content. No, I changed its schedule. Oh. You know what? Fuck it. Come on, man. Okay. Well, I guess that's going to have to do. Um... Got a whole cascade of scheduled posts going out now to say that I have uploaded the first 30 minutes of my Boston deep dive onto my Patreon, and I did that just to just to try and give you guys guys something on patrons, tide y'all over until I actually put out this video. Because I mean, I am confident that I can get it out hopefully within 2 weeks. If my editing schedule continues to go apace, if I'm able to get some more work in tonight and throughout the rest of this week, as busy as it will be. But I've got that up on my Patreon, and I put a bunch of screenshots up of some of the work that I've been doing. Just been really fun. With this video, I've been doing a lot more like green screen sort of effects, layering PNGs on top of other PNGs, that sort of work. Trying to get a bit more creative with my narratives, and hopefully the little Patreon preview I put up shows that. But obviously it's still quite a ways off. What is it? Actually, before I even jumped on this stream, I was working on it, and whatchamacallit? The spice has clouded my thought. At the very least, oh my gosh. Or is that just the nerves? Yeah, Oh my god. I can't think. I am completely at a loss for words right now. But I hope you guys are looking forward to this Boston video. I was about to say where I was in it, right. I am just, barely beyond part 3. I'm talking about the whole legal drama between, like, Shoals and CBS Records and, the whole prelude of that leading up to the release of Third Stage. It's a really interesting time. really, really interesting back and forth between Shoals and his lawyer and the label and MCA Records and a whole bunch of chaos that this music behind me is actually really well expressing. But, I hope you guys aren't expecting, like, serious legal eagle style analysis of that whole shit show, because I am not the person to give, like, big, like, detailed breakdowns of legal opinions. Now, I was just before this stream, I was watching Moon Channel. He's a really good fucking channel. If you guys are into, like, sort of, like, deep dive breakdown, like cultural breakdowns, legal breakdowns, because he's actually a lawyer himself, just a lawyer that happens to be super into, like, Japanese culture and video games and weeb stuff and what have you. So it's I don't think I would ever be able to bring that level of analysis to all the legal drama that's surrounded Boston, but I hope I do a good enough job to sort of give all sides of the situation. Because really, that's what's been taking up a whole bunch of the work in this video, is trying to maintain this balancing act between all the various elements that I'm trying to put into it. Whew. And now the glass of milk is finished, and hopefully, at the time of me speaking, yes, I believe, yes, my Boston Third Stage analysis is up on Patreon, so you can go, whoop! Sorry. Did not mean to ear blast you there. by going to this link and signing up for my Patreon for $2 a month, or if you're generous, $6 a month, or I think there is like a free trial Patreon option if you want to sign up for that for me, but be wary of your credit card if you don't intend to pay and all that. I just got your notification lit. Yeah, thank you, old Hansol, for being so supportive of me over these however many months it's been. You've been a long time supporter, I know. So, thank you. Your support is greatly valued. It's always so surreal to me when I realize that I've built up such clout at this point that I do have like a solid chunk of change coming in from like a Patreon or even the occasional like Ko-fi donations I get. Like it's really wholesome. Thank y'all so much. I was gonna say, yeah, no, that is to say though, I am really looking forward to getting this Boston video eventually out, and hopefully my cover of Thank You by Led Zeppelin should be on the way pretty soon too. What is it? I've recorded up until, I want to say, the solo part of that song, right? There's this backing track that I think Led Zeppelin officially released as a part of the most recent Led Zeppelin 2 remaster that happened, I think. Geez, almost like was that 10 years ago at this point? I forget. But they included this backing track that's pretty much, one-to-one to the studio version. And I've sung along to it, but it's lacking a solo. And, I really do like that original sort of acoustic solo in the original Thank You. So I want to try to get some sort of a replacement. I'm going to have like a close friend of mine in the city do some harmonica on the track. And hopefully it'll be just as cool. I'm looking forward to including that and mixing it in. So hopefully you guys should see that song within like a week or 2 weeks. I don't know exactly what the time frame is here. My efforts currently are on trying to get this fucking Boston video to you guys, if I'm being honest. Like, there's that. There's the fucking. I'm going to show up on the algorithms eventually and record for them, and that's going to be a whole thing in and of itself. But I am a busy cat. I've got my hands in multiple pies right now, and it's been a hell of a time trying to keep up with all of them. But it has been fun at the same time too. Actually yesterday I was in one of my bands in the city. We were doing some mixing at one of our members' apartments, and that was a really cool time. We got to sit down and hash out exactly how to get like the killer sound that we all collectively wanted. And in the meantime, one of our members' dog, he or she rather, she quite a few times came up to us, and I swear to God, she was the most aggressively cute, wanting pats doggo that I've ever come across. Like, she was literally leaning into me when I gave her scritches. I mean, maybe that shows how much I'm not that familiar with dogs as opposed to cats, but Let's see. I'm going to talk at least until 7:15 because I know that's when what was it? Actually, shit. I need to post on Twitter. I need to post. Oh my God. That one moment from American Crime Story. Here it is. Right, yeah, and The YouTube community post is going out at 7:15. That's right. It's stupid. You know, I was looking at the options for what I could do with that YouTube community post, and apparently once you schedule a post, you can't like unschedule it and make a post like instantly public. That's kind of stupid, but whatever. I guess it's kind of I guess that's the mechanics. Hey, Lei Q, how's it going, man? The heart spammer guy. Well, don't spam too heavily. You know, I don't know how much longer I am for the stream because the spicy ramen that I'd planned out wasn't that spicy to my taste buds. So I definitely want to have some sort of additional stream like this in the future. I think, you know, if all these other VTubers can have their own spicy noodle training arc, why can't I? Why can't I build up my spice tolerance and eventually take on the gods of peppers that are so haunting content creation? Maybe one day I will be strong enough to take on a ghost pepper. God, you know, it's really hilarious too, because actually back in the day, my first hint of spice, right? I was basically like 2, and my parents had taken me to this like restaurant where we sat down and had like a plate of nachos as like an appetizer or something, and I think they came with jalapenos, and I had a jalapeno, and my 2-year-old taste buds were just destroyed by that fucking pepper, and I had a miserable time at that with that, and from then on, at least for the first, I want to say 18 so years of my life, something like that, I did not touch a jalapeno pepper. I was traumatized by that experience to the point where I didn't want to have jalapenos for a really long time. 5 times spicy noodle? Not this, this pack of noodles that I got was the Shin noodle, from, I think, Samyang. I don't know if it's Samyang or what brand it was. Which one was it on the thumbnail? Sorry. Pulling up my thumbnail. Right, yeah, it's the Nongshim noodles. It's unfortunately not one of those spicy, I guess, clickbait thumbnail noodles just yet. But I will eventually train up to that, I think. I want to get better, I want to get stronger, and I want to, how to say, I want to explore more tastes. You know, I feel like, yeah, unfortunately, it wasn't that spicy. It was, if I had to, you know, I think I was saying earlier, if I had to say it was anywhere on the Scoville scale, it's in like the yellow part of that chart you see on screen. It kind of feels like DBZ like power scaling every time I say every time I talk about it like that. But yeah, no, I want to eat more spicy things, and I want to try more foreign foods in general. I mean, I live in New York City, for Christ's sake. I'm surrounded by all sorts of eateries at all times that I could go to. You know, within reason, of course. I don't want to eat out all the time. I feel like my wallet would just drain of funds. Excuse me. Drain of funds real quick. But I don't know, you know, me living very, very precariously at this point, I feel like I'm satisfied enough with the diet that I have. It's nice to have treats like this every now and then, and I'm glad that y'all I'm glad that y'all paid for me to have this experience. $400 going to charity so that I could have a Moderately spicy noodle. Yeah, this feels wrong. You know, this is why I want to do more of a series of this now, because I feel like I'm robbing you guys of content by just simply eating this bowl of moderately spicy noodles, even though I added quite a bit of Louisiana Supreme hot sauce to it. I tried to do it. I tried to be the guy who does the whole clickbait Vtuber reacts to spicy noodles. I tried to do that, but alas, my taste buds were too strong. I am you know, brown cats, black cats, they have a pretty good affinity for spice as is. White cats are usually not so known for it. And I know that you know, in recent times, if memes are to be believed, orange is like a new white. So I stereotypically speaking, I should not do so well against spice, but I feel like, oh my god, I completely trailed off from that jalapeno story. Yeah, like once I, got back on jalapenos, I was a lot more brave with how I handled spice. Actually, you want to know what I think was the breakthrough spice for me? I think it was sriracha. Like back when that was first introduced to market, like in the mid 2000s. Oh my gosh, I remember loving like eating sriracha at my dad's house with like all the foods he would make. Oh, Thai spicy pepper. I don't think I've had that before. Though. Actually, I have had some very spicy Thai food before. I remember, like, what was it? Was it in Hawaii that I had this? I remember having this one, like, extremely spicy, like, peanut curry that, like, oh my god, it was like, it was one of those foods, right, where you had to, like, sit back and, like, take in exactly how much spice passed through your nerves. You know what? Now that we're just talking, we're not really eating the spice anymore. Let me switch the music back. I'm sorry. Where the fuck is? Here we go. And chill vibes are back again. Yeah, no, I am I love spice, I am very much not a typical, orange cat in that regard, right? I'm very much very much a spice enthusiast. Love Mexican food, love Thai food, love like even what is it? What are some spicy Chinese dishes out there? I feel like I've had at least one. I mean, typically with Chinese food, I like to gravitate towards sesame, but the sesame chicken, but the Thai spice. I don't like them. They make you go to the restroom for so long. Oh yeah, no, Thai food's very it can be very hard on the gut, can it? I do love that curry though, like the peanut curry with rice. I feel like that is such a banger of a meal. So many different tastes on the palate. And speaking of tastes on the palate, I'm looking forward to I'm probably gonna end off in like 10 minutes or so now that I've gotten everything that I wanted to get out. But I'm looking forward to I'm probably gonna cook up like a pizza, like microwave pizza or whatever, and I've got like some popcorn that I pre-made before stream. I was sort of snacking on this popcorn because my apartment, I don't know if I've said it yet, but it's got a tiny popcorn machine that we use to like just generate all this popcorn. It's so lit, and we got the spice rack, and what was it? Recently, my roommate got a bunch of spices, general use spices, like not even like specific popcorn spices, and it's lit. We got like lemon pepper, we got cinnamon, we got garlic, onion, garlic and herb, like garlic and pepper. It's so many different combos that it's lit. Oh my gosh. And it also helps, having that sort of machine to smuggle treats in to the theater. What was it? When I went to see Godzilla X Kong, I brought in my own popcorn with, other snacks mixed in. I love the whole feeling of, like, loading a bunch of popcorn into a bag, dumping, like, your spices, and then just shaking the shit out of that bag. It's such a satisfying feeling. I have to wonder if there's, like, a spicy sort of thing akin to maybe like spicy noodle, like sort of challenge for that. Like, is there like wasabi flakes, wasabi powder that you can put on popcorn? Because oh my god, I feel like that would kill me, but I'd be curious to try it. I love my popcorn spice. Hey, Drooling Cat, how's it going, man? I like to sprinkle a little Lowry's seasoning salt in my popcorn. Oh, that's really cool. What is it? One of the seasonings that we have, actually, my roommate likes to get it in, like, bulk sometimes. Like, it gets in this, like, sort of milk carton shaped thing. It's called Flavicol. Essentially, it's like this orange sort of salty powder for popcorn, and it's lit. It is... I don't know what it's made of. It's probably very unhealthy for me in large doses, but I've eaten so much of it, and it is so good. It's said that the Thai pepper is about 50,000 to 100,000 Scoville unit. Oh, yeah, that's that's intense. The shit that I ate, by comparison, is very, very paltry. So like I said, hey, if anybody's got like a Hot Wings program and wants to have on a cat boy who loves talking about music history, I'd be glad to join you. What else? It's such a cool scale, though, like, how they came to, measuring this whole thing with spice and, what is it? To establish a chili pepper's rating, Scoville would prepare it in a solution which was then tested by 5 people. He increased its dilution until the sensation of heat disappeared. Like, I can't imagine, like, how much some of these, like, top options must haunt your taste buds, like, longer than typical spices that I love. God. When I think of all of the spices that have touched my my taste buds, and how that is only just touching the surface of the iceberg of the Scoville scale, it kind of frightens me, right? It's kind of like, if you're a like fisherman or small time like surfer or boater, and you have like a connection with the ocean, but then that like deep down, like hundreds of thousands of miles under the sea, there's all this wicked, crazy shit that you would have never thought, and you'd be too scared to even imagine in the fucking first place. It's like, fuck, man. God. Yeah, I don't really... Let me see. Let me try and, let me actually post up now, let me post up everything on Blue Sky. See, the annoying part about Blue Sky, I wanted to do the, whole, whatchamacallit, I wanted to do the not cross post, the scheduled post too for that site, but they haven't yet installed scheduled posting for whatever reason. I don't know why. You know, Jack formed it. He made Twitter. He should know like how to put in scheduled posts already, but I guess whatchamacallit. I guess Blue Sky hasn't really found its wide appeal yet. Okay. And we get you. Oh. Sorry to flashbang you guys with the audio. Here. Whew. Gosh. You know, sometimes I've been thinking, I really do want to get, like, really do want to do more Oh, the fucking spice is messing with my tongue. I want to do more clips from my streams at some point. Like, I want to do, like, short-styled content, like, attracting people to my streams, but I don't want that to distract from, you know, all the work that I'm doing from my deep dives. I feel like, you know, the more successful that I get, if I get more Patreon subs, I want to eventually, like, hire, like, editors from time to time to, you know, take a bunch of my old streams and, deliver me some salvageable clips from them. Because I'm having a lot of fun doing this streaming, you know? Ever since I've gotten back into it, and I've been interacting with more of you guys in chat and, like, talking to more of you people, I felt more confident, honestly, in, like, in talking my truth and in talking whatever's on the top of my head. It's nice. It's a really nice feeling. Call it. Thank you for the retweet, Old Handsaw. I just saw on Twitter. But yeah, you know, from here, I don't know exactly what I want to do in terms of streaming content. I mean, I've got a few options, of course. I could go back to Infinite Craft. I've got a few different PC games to play, but you know, I don't know exactly what you guys want to see of me in terms of streaming content. If it's just like more music talk streams, which, you know, I'd be more than happy to do. I've thought of maybe bringing guests on for that, but I would love to, you know, continue to do that sort of chat with you guys about music. But, you know, I don't know, like, if you guys are the sort to, like, you know, game streams or, like, continued, like, VTuber collab streams, like, what? I don't know. I've got a really unique audience in that I'm probably the first connection to VTubers that a lot of my fans have had. So it's going to be interesting seeing what I can do in terms of content from here, in terms of who I expose to who and what I'm exposed to in turn. Regardless, though, I think at this point I'm going to I'm going to step away for the night. I'm going to get some more food in me. I'm going to just chill and hopefully get in some more work on the Boston video. I'm very much looking forward to getting that out for you guys, and I hope, you know, if you're a Patreon, if you're subbed to my Patreon and you're watching the first 30 minutes of the Boston video, I hope you all enjoy that this Easter. And so, once again, thank y'all for tuning in to my stream, and I'll see y'all next time. Bye-bye.